Hello there and welcome back. In this video we are going to continue our Podman journey. So in the previous video we saw how we can create containers, we saw how we can use the cockpit service HTTP CentOS 10 1990, and we can use it to manage the containers. Afterwards, or after this, I want to show you how you can basically use volumes and storage in your environment. So let's create a directory, and this directory is going to be called HTML, and I am going to echo just a simple welcome message inside the directories HTML index.html. And now I can create with the Podman run my container, and I am going to use the port mapping 8080 to 80 with TCP, and the name is going to be web server, and the volume is going to come from the HTML folder and go to the user share nginx HTML folder. And we are using SE Linux, and we want to adjust the permissions, so that's the Z there. And we can use the docker.io/nginx latest. Once this is done, we can use the Podman PS. We can see that the container is running and verify that the HTTP localhost 8080 returns the welcome message. So technically, this is a way to mount a folder inside our web server. The next one, or the next way, is going to be to use a volume. So Podman volume, create, and web volume. Now, if we issue the Podman volume ls, we can see that this is the web volume. And in order to use it, what we can do is to use the Podman stop-a and Podman rm-a to stop the container and go back to the previous command. And we simply want to say that we want the web volume, and we want to mount it to our nginx container. And we can use the Podman copy the HTML folders content index.html to the web server user share nginx HTML folder. And afterwards, what we can do is to check with the curl command. And now this file is coming from our volume, which is pretty cool, I think. If we have multiple containers, we can use the Podman port-a. And this is going to show us the port mapping. And if I use sudo podman port-a, that would show the port mapping for the rootful containers. And the Podman network is going to give us network ls, the Podman networks which are configured in our environment. And basically what we can do is to inspect this network. So Podman network inspect Podman. Yeah, that's the name of the network. And here we can see that this is the subnet which is provided to the containers. And basically, this is the network from which the IP address is assigned to the rootful containers. And we can verify it by saying that we run our container. Let's remove the volume. So technically, this one has to be deleted. Web root server, and we use the sudo podman And let's change the port, 8081. Then sudo podman stop -a and sudo podman rm-a. That should have taken care of the problem. And now we can use the run command once again. And the sudo podman ps-a is going to show that the web server is running. The next thing that we want to check is how does the network look like. So podman sudo podman container inspect web root server. And for this, if we scroll up, we should be able to see that this is going to be the IP address which was assigned to our rootful container. And technically that's it. If we want, we can basically create a new network. So sudo podman network create, and let's call this management network. And this is going to be used by the rootful container. So we use the sudo podman network connect management and web root server. And afterwards, we can use the inspect and grep for the IP address. And you can see that there are now two IP addresses associated with this container. One is from the Podman network and the other is from the management network. So this is basically about the networking. And if you use podman ps without sudo and use the podman container inspect web server and grep for the IP address, you can see that this container, the rootless container, doesn't have any IP address. All right. Another command that we can use is the podman system df, and it is going to show the storage consumed by the images, the containers, and the volumes. There is a podman system prune-a command which is going to attempt to reclaim storage, and we can also use the podman events since 15m to retrieve the events from Podman for the past 15 minutes. And if we want to do a cleanup, we can use the sudo podman stop -a sudo podman rm-a and -a and sudo podman system prune-a. No container with ID. Sudo podman stop, sudo podman rm-a. Good, and now we prune the system and we can use it without sudo. So we clean up the rootless containers, and that way we have taken care of our cleanup. And that was all I wanted to show you in this video. See you in the next one.